Talking Music with Big Andy. This week, Runa De Luna is talking music with me, Big Andy. Hello, welcome to the podcast. This week I have with me Runa De Luna. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Now, your music is very unique, I think would be a good word. It's a very unique mix of styles. How would you class it? I mean, I don't like putting things in boxes and saying genres and that sort of thing, but everyone expects that nowadays. So how would you classify it?
Oh, I find that so difficult every time I have to. Alternative, I guess. Right. That's everything.
Yeah.
Almost.
It kind of covers everything. See, when I looked it up, it was saying about your influences, being pop music, electronic, post-punk, alternative rock, and black metal.
Yes.
That's a very eclectic mix of influences.
I listen to almost everything.
Right. Are there any particular bands that you feel you've been influenced by more than others?
I think probably I'd have to say Current 93. That's you probably haven't heard of it.
No, I can't say I know the name.
To mention some more known examples, Chelsea Wolfe has been a big influence.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah. It's difficult. No, I understand completely. I was really, when I listened to your music, I was really kind of blown away by it, to be honest. I was given your name originally by Eugene from Tangerine Cat.
Yeah.
And I love what Tangerine Cat do. And as soon as they recommended you, I thought, I've got to listen to this. And I really it's kind of, it's got a similar kind of soundscape feeling to it.
Yeah.
But it has some really good beats through it as well, which theirs is a bit more kind of esoteric, I suppose, whereas yours sort of follows a sort of steady rhythm and beat at the time, which sort of kind of sets it apart. Runa De Luna only has one actual video on YouTube at the moment, but there are other tracks on there, so let's have a listen to one of those.
Say my name, I actually believe I exist.
you're originally from Norway, is that right?
Yes.
And where are you now? You in London now, or?
No, living in
Oh.
Norway.
Oh, you're still living in Norway?
Yes.
I didn't realise. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
What's the music scene like there at the moment with the whole COVID thing and all that sort of thing? Is it been difficult?
Yeah, well, I haven't played any concerts ever, so
Right.
to me it hasn't. But I see a lot of other artists do things like shows online, and
Do you do all your music yourself? Do you work with other musicians at all?
no, I've done everything myself.
Right. Okay. And have you had training, or have you sort of, are you all is it self-taught?
I'm self-taught.
Sorry about that. We've got a lot of people around here with very noisy motorbikes. So it's all self-taught. What instruments do you actually play?
Well, I actually just play guitar and keyboards.
Right.
So whenever you hear something that sounds like a cello or something, a violin, that's played on the keyboard.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I got to say, you've only got one actual video on at the moment on YouTube, which is for theology, which I love the video for that. I think it's brilliant. It's a really, really good video.
Yeah.
I think it's a really great track as well.
Thank you.
Are you planning on doing some more videos rather than just having the music on there?
Yes, I would love to. I feel very lucky that I found these people who made that video. I didn't make it myself. Alan and Robbie Kredanik made it for me.
Right.
So if I get in touch with other filmmakers who but I'm not able to make it myself.
No. I mean, it's, as I say, I think the video is really, it's very different. It's really good. It's really kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It reminds me of a lot of old films, old experimental films.
Yeah, they have a very retro style.
Yeah.
To everything they do.
It's very good. Very good.
Don't say that the Lord took her home. Don't say it was her time. Oh, honey, don't give me that fucking bullshit. Her death and her suffering was not part of some insane There is no God, there is no fate. The only hell there is the one we create.
I must admit, the other song of yours that I really liked is Grandmother Willow.
Oh,
I don't know why, but it just suddenly, it sort of, something about it sort of grabbed my mind, and I thought I really got into that. I mean, I don't, it's not that I dislike any of the others, but those two, Theology and that one, just kind of grabbed me for some reason. Where do you get your like inspirations for your songs and your music from?
Oh, that's difficult to say. Many of the lyrics are stories I make up, and not anything biographical. But Grandmother Willow is actually biographical. I did, as a child, I was a big fan of the movie Pocahontas, the
Oh, right.
Disney movie, and there's this willow tree that she calls Grandmother Willow.
Mm.
And I supposedly told my parents that when I grew up, I wanted to be a tree. Like,
That's cool.
I probably didn't mean it serious, but
Well, no, it's good to have dreams. That's the thing. It's where all the creativity comes from. So, you identify as non-binary, is that right?
yes.
Is that a problem for you at all in Norway? I know in some countries there are problems with that sort of thing. I just wondered how things were there.
I think Norway in general is quite liberal,
Yeah.
but I live way out in the countryside where it's not so liberal.
Right. And do you think that being non-binary and the experience of that in your life and how it's how you've been how it may have affected you because of the way people are towards you, has that influenced your music at all in any way?
Maybe, but I should also say that I actually haven't told many people that I identify as non-binary. But of course, seeing how I look and how I behave, probably they.
I hope I haven't caused any problems by saying.
No.
Because that was something that I actually saw online. It said that you identify as non-binary.
Yeah, absolutely.
So okay.
It's not a secret at all, but I'm just
And you look a bit different. The first picture I saw of you, you had very thick black hair. Is that how you used to look, or was that a wig? I don't know.
That was a wig.
Oh, right. So
I did used to have long hair, but that's like 10 years ago.
Okay. What made you decide to cut the hair off? Was it just
Well, I had dreads and I couldn't get them out, so I basically had to cut it off, and then I liked it.
Oh, it's cool. I think it looks great. So you haven't had a lot of problems with the lockdown that a lot of other people have had. Have you been able to get a lot of airplay at all for your music, or have it been played in many places?
No, I've been in some playlists on Spotify, but apart from that, I haven't gotten much exposure for the music, really.
Right. Are you looking towards going and playing concerts and things at some point?
Yeah, I would really like to do it. I think it would be. I think I would need someone to help me out, though. It would be difficult to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that you'd possibly need another musician or two just to help fill the sound out.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do on your own. Are you looking to release new material online or places like that?
Oh yeah, I have a new single coming out tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll probably be out by the time this actually airs. So I may include that on the show if that's all right.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Single. Okay, what's that called?
Your Cells in My Body.
Okay, it's an interesting title.
Yes.
will disappear. My loneliness will be no more, my dear. You know I felt so alone in this house since my mother died. It's like I've been waiting my whole life for someone like you. My loneliness will disappear. My loneliness will be no more, my dear.
So, where do you ultimately want to take this? Where would you like to go with this? Would you like to tour the world, or would you prefer to just to be more of a recording artist and only do a few, small concerts?
Yeah, I think I don't think the touring thing is for me.
No.
I what I care about is making the music, really.
Okay. So you'd rather make lots of music and put it out online, or put it out for people to listen to, rather than travel the world and play it?
Yes, but of course I want people to hear the music, and I know that playing concerts is a great way to promote the music.
I think the other thing I would say about your music is it kind of, or to a large extent, some of it definitely lends itself towards the possibility of being used in films, because it has that kind of feel to it, that kind of space within it to allow it to work with a visual image very well. So I could see a lot of people possibly picking up on tracks to use in films. I think it would work really well.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I hope so, because I think it definitely. I think your music definitely deserves a wide listenership, a wide sort of like spread in the world for people to hear it, because it's nice to hear something different and to hear things that are a bit more. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Not experimental, that's not the right word, but just things that make you think a bit more, because of the fact you listen to it and go, that you listen to it and it interests you. It's not just the same old basic stuff that everybody else is doing. It's something that kind of like makes you take notice, and you kind of go, oh, that's really interesting. I really like the sound of that. I like how that feels. So that was, as I say, that was the reason when Tangerine Cat gave me your name and I started listening to your stuff, I thought I really have got to talk to this person, because it's just the music is just really good, and I really enjoyed listening to it.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It's really, I really do. It's I've always loved listening to lots and lots of different types of music, and I love music that has an atmosphere to it and a feel to it, more than necessarily has a good beat or anything like that. I like things that kind of affect you and bring out an emotion in you, and I think your music does that. It definitely has that ability to make you feel something, rather than just listening to the music.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I love when I fall in love with music, it's mainly because of the atmosphere they create.
So yeah, there is a great feel to your music, and it's a great kind of I can almost get lost into it, you know. It's really it's enjoyable to listen to because of the fact that you can get lost and you can you can use your imagination while you're listening to the music. You kind of let yourself wander into it.
That's wonderful to hear.
And I really like that. Okay, so your plans are just to make more music and keep doing that, or do you want to expand maybe into? I know you said you're not making videos, you can't make videos and that sort of thing, but would you like to do maybe something like that, or films or something?
I don't think I have that. Whatever that. I'm not that. I'm not that visual, really.
Oh, okay. It's strange because your music kind of is. It when you listen to it, it kind of like brings lots of things to your mind. That's kind of like lots of visual aspects to your music, which I thought maybe would be something you could translate directly into film. But you know, people create different things different ways. It's a different sort of creativity to make visual things than it is to make soundscapes, if you like, or music.
Mm-hmm.
The way you do. Well, as I say, I really love your music. I think it's really good, and I hope that you get more exposure and that people listen to it and talk to each other about it and pass it on, so that you kind of get a wider exposure for it, because it definitely deserves it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Been really nice talking to you, and look forward to hearing much more of your music and seeing what maybe some people can do with it on the visual side. See whether people can make some interesting videos to go with it.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, be really cool. Thank you very much, and good luck with everything with your music. And I hope to talk to you again one day.
Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody for joining us for the podcast. And we will talk to you again soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Talking Music with Big Andy.